Don't move a muscle, indeed. Time now to hit you right in the feels. We all give and receive love differently. This is according to Gary Chapman, the author of what has now become a bestseller, The 5 Love Languages. So today, registered counsellor Shenaaz Moos joins us on the couch or on the chair to discuss the importance of understanding this in relation to the parent-child relationship. Shenaaz, great to connect with you. I think we've broached this before on the show, but an opportunity now to delve a little deeper because it gives us the platform to really get the most out of the relationship with our child. And we very often we kind of passive parents. This is a way that you can be very active in what you foster within your child. You have a golden opportunity when they are young, especially, to be able to nurture these feelings. So why is it important, do you think, for us to know our child's language of love? If it will, how can that improve the relationship that we have?
Okay. I'm going to ask a stupid question, but I know you've travelled, right?
I travelled extensively.
How many languages do you speak?
I would say 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you go to China and someone has this fluent conversation, you would kind of look like a little bit of a fool.
Yeah, exactly.
Only with your 2 languages.
Yeah, completely.
So love languages is exactly the same thing. If you only know your love language and speak it, it's like speaking Chinese to an English-speaking person.
I absolutely love that that analogy, and I think there are times where you do feel like, certainly with a 2-year-old, that you're just not getting each other, that you're just not connecting. Okay, so for those who aren't familiar with him, what are the 5 languages of love as depicted by Gary?
Okay, one of the languages is words of affirmation. So in that, the child likes to be told that they're special when they've done something good. They like praise, words of encouragement. Also happens to be my love language as well.
We all love it. We all love it a little bit. And then what are the others?
You've got physical touch. I mean, that's quite straightforward. Your hugs, your cuddles, your kisses. The little one who likes to climb onto your lap all the time. When they're older, they fight to sit next to you. That's that physical connection that they're longing for. Then you have gifts. Gifts is a problem because parents just assume, oh my gosh, an Xbox, a new game.
Yeah. That's Granny's job in my household. That's Granny's job.
Gifts in the form of small, thoughtful things. Small, thoughtful things. If you remember your child saying...
Not spoiling your child, but it's meaningful.
I'll never forget one of the first things I gave my son, he's now 12, he was about 4, was a rock. A pet rock. I don't allow outside things inside my house. So stones, rocks, sticks, no. And he came home from school and I had a surprise for him. I said, close your eyes, open your hand, and in there with 2 eyes drawn on was Rocky.
Rocky the pet rock.
And he shrieked and he said, oh my word, how did you know? I've always wanted. It cost me nothing.
Absolutely
a pet
zero.
rock. Then you've got quality time, which is one-on-one time with your child. You know how often you drag your kids along on errands and things and you assume we're bonding?
Well, we're together, yeah.
Are we doing homework together? We're bonding. It's quality time. No. Homework, chores is not quality time unless your child loves homework and chores. Bring me such a wonder.
Child. Well, believe it or not, my child loves to vacuum, and I promise you, he really does.
Your child is too, so yes, that will soon disappear. I think we're missing one. How many have I given you so far?
I think 4. And then acts of service.
Acts of service. How could I forget that? That's my husband's one. So acts of service is when you do nice things for somebody, you help them out. Not because they asked you, but because you want to. So like with exams now and you have kids who have chores, rather I take over some of my daughter's chores just to alleviate that extra burden for her. I don't have to, but I want to because it's an act of service. So those are your 5 love languages.
You know, it says to me immediately, and I'm identifying those that already we're kind of fostering in our own households. Can you have only one? Surely you want to be fostering all of these.
Yeah, you've got a lot of work to do because kids under the age of sort of 8, you need to do all 5 in equal measure. So that's a lot more work for you.
No, but
so basically, from about 8 on, there's a test that you can take. That's a questionnaire that kids get asked, and from there, parents are able to determine. But I advise that if you want to know love languages, first discover your own, because you relate from that. So I'm the only one with the love language in my house, words of affirmation, and everyone else is something else. So that creates a conundrum because what comes naturally to you is what you want.
Yeah, and often other people just don't take to it as easily, but we can all learn. I absolutely love this, an opportunity to know your child, but also an opportunity to know yourself just a little bit better. Create a platform for the very best relationship, most effective relationship you can share with your child, and create kind of a harmonious household with 5 very simple love languages. We're going to continue this discussion in just a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are talking about the languages of love. There are 5 of them that feed into a broader conversation, yes, but we are identifying what our children respond to, what we respond to, and how we can connect in the middle. We've been posing those questions to exactly that to you on social media. Let's see what you guys have been saying this morning. When we talk about our words of affirmation, that seems to be a big one, but I love this one coming from Shirley Nkwana saying, I'm a traveling mum, so my quality time with my daughters comes first. I love that. Physical touch comes naturally as they spend a lot of time without seeing me. Thanks. Well, thank you, Shirley. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Kalinda saying physical touch, my youngest daughter. Carmen loves having her feet tickled while we watch TV. That's very cute. I also tickle her arms before sleeping. My little boy also has a little bit of that as well. Loves to stroke his face as he's falling asleep. Love that. Samantha and Tuli saying, I'm implementing 2 languages, words of affirmation and physical touch. Those hugs and kisses on the forehead. Yeah, you're making me miss my child right now. And Belinda Fox Potgieter saying, all of them. My 21-year-old needs all of them with an exclamation mark. That's very, very cool. Some powerful words there. Shenaaz Moos now joins us to continue our discussion around these 5 languages of love. A lot of people talking about words of affirmation, quality time comes through. And I think especially with a younger child, physical touch, that sense of physical well-being. I'm not kidding that it makes me actually just want to be with my child right now because those are the best parts of the relationship with our children. As we progress, as we grow older, can your love language change?
Okay, so you obviously got a 2-year-old, but no teenagers, right? So I've gone through...
She says, shaking her head.
Yes. Only the knowing know, the mothers of teens. And often what happens is people ask me, what happens, I'm doing the same love language, it's not working. And the same way you travel and there's different dialects.
For sure.
So in a country you have multiple dialects. So with love languages, the dialect often shifts when the child becomes a teenager. And the previously jumping on your lap just doesn't seem cool anymore. How do you carry on speaking? So you find other ways of continuing speaking the love languages, because once a child is exposed to it, trust me, it is like a tank that needs to be filled, and it takes 2 days. Okay, we can't fill our swimming pools anymore, but back in the day, pre-day 0, you could fill your swimming pool. It took 2 days to fill an empty pool. But love languages, you need a lifetime of filling a tank. The rest of the world punches holes in your child's tank with insults and cruelty and bullying and all these things. So you are, as a parent, have to fill the tank.
So it's a state of being. It's not a destination. It's
an everyday practice that you must build organically into your day.
You've highlighted one, obviously, having I can just imagine a 16-year-old boy sitting on your lap's not going to really work these days, but maybe you can expand on that just a little bit about some of those moments where the love language starts to shift that can lead to you being out of sync, if you will, in your relationship.
So, you know, often like when boys become teenagers, they don't want to be hugged by their mom and be close, but there's other things that they do. But they're like these man people in the making. They make mommies uncomfortable because you now tower above me, or, you know, you're is a bit odd. So you're no longer the sweet-smelling little, you know, marshmallow that I remember. So I think the challenge is just to find... So my kids fight to sit next to me, like when you watch a movie. They fight to sit next to me when we go out, we ride shotgun. Those are all parts of a physical touch, the closeness. They love to massage me, sometimes for money, sometimes for love. But it's all part...
It's an obligation, yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of physical touch. And for me, I don't like touching people. So when I discovered love languages many years ago, I broke my own sort of discomfort when I realized the significance of it. My son was like 4 or 5 at the time, and he was always hanging on me, and I would swat him like a fly, you know. And after that, I realized just hug him back. hug him for longer.
Give him that, yeah.
Give him that. And I mean, he's 12 now, and he's just
Are you still, has your language evolved? Are you still averse to touch?
No, I'm more, when I realized its significance, I see that some people need it and it fuels their tank. So just a hug for somebody is like some amazing act, and it costs nothing. Here's the part of love languages generally. People say, I don't have time, yes, but plan. And I diarise my kids. They have quality time as a love language.
Well, I'm going to suggest that people diarise a particular workshop on the 2nd of November.
Yes.
You're going to be hosting along this. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, I love teaching love languages, but so far I've only taught it to moms since 2015. It's part of an angry mom workshop that I do. So it's like sliced in the middle, you know.
I know we've only just met each other, but I'm loving you. Everything you say, I love you.
A recovered angry mom can teach other angry moms to recover. So I decided dads need to know about love languages too. So this is the first time I'm offering it for both parents.
Okay.
But there's also love languages of couples. So if you come as husband and wife, you're going to learn a bit about your couple dynamic. You're going to learn a bit about why is she always upset with me, and why does she smile when I do the dishes? Oh, acts of service. When I vacuum, she's again in love with me. Acts of service. So, yeah.
Oh, just touch her, man. Give her a hug. Give her a kiss. Just do something to express your love. You've made me very excited about seeing my boy. They're going to be going away for a couple of weeks, and now my heart is suddenly breaking. So I'm going to get in as many. I'm going to tick every one of those 5 boxes today, but hopefully this has taught you something about yourself a little bit now, and something about your child. It's about understanding your child a little bit better so you can give them what they need as well, but you can ultimately create a platform for your relationship to grow and flourish. But it is something that you need to consistently work on. And when I say work, it's the best kind of job there is, being a parent, and give your child that opportunity to be really happy and, most importantly, to feel loved.